Good evening. My name is Tony Pagliocco, and I'm running for National President of Omega Delta Phi. This is episode 3 in our web video series where we talk about my campaign platform, where we talk about some of the challenges our fraternity is facing, and where I answer questions from brothers directly about some of the issues at hand related to our fraternity, our brotherhood, and our future. Tonight, we're going to answer a couple questions from brother Rafael Torres. And I'm only doing this video in one shot because I want my answers to be really authentic, and I don't want to be constantly doing like 45 takes where I'm sort of like not, where I'm rehearsing my answers. I want them to be sort of authentic and just off the cuff. So sometimes you may hear me pause a little bit here and there, and that's just because I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase what I'm trying to communicate to you guys. The purpose of these videos is communication. It's something that I would continue as president, where I want to be able to give full access to brothers, to be able to not only hear what's going on, get a real insight to what's going on in the national board, like financial spending and technology and things like that, but also just to be accessible, where if you have a question, we want to give you the answer so we can remove those impediments from you and be able to let you accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So the first question that Brother Torres asks is, what is the best characteristic or personality-wise trait as a fraternity? As far as Omega Delta Phi goes, I think our best personality trait or characteristic is that we have a lot of brothers that are passionate about our brotherhood. Just in some of the videos I've seen in the last couple of weeks from Southwest Regionals and North Texas Regionals, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of pride in our brotherhood. Having pledged in the fall of 1996, I was sort of in at the early stage of the game. I mean, when I pledged, Lambda was still a colony at the time. And to see the growth of where we are as an organization now, and to see the amount of pride and passion that people have in their letters and what they stand for, it really touches me, and it's things like that that make me want to lead this brotherhood for the next 3 years and sort of get us on that path of the roadmap that's going to get us to the next level as an organization. When we're talking about our organization as a whole, there's a lot of people the National Executive Board has to be responsible for. That's alumni, that's actives, that's the board of directors. It's very important that we as an organization have people with the proper experience and the proper passion to lead that, to make sure that we're going in the right direction. Now, that being said, I also think that as a good characteristic is that I believe that we really feel that we are the light that shines the world when it comes to service. And I obviously didn't make that line up, that's from the book. But service is the light that we shine on, and we do it very well. And I constantly see new innovative service projects coming up on Facebook feeds and stuff. I consistently see brothers trying to brainstorm new ways to make an impact. And I think that's one of the things that makes Omega Delta Phi great, is that we're not just looking to put our time in, we're looking to make an impact. We want people to know that when we walk in the room, we're the leaders. We're the ones that carry the torch. We're the one that sets the bar. It makes me think of when, if any of you guys are wrestling fans, and there was this one episode where Kevin Nash and Scott Hall come out, and they're talking to the announcer, and they say, the measuring stick just changed here, you're looking at it. And that's sort of how I feel how Omega Delta Phi is. I mean, when we walk into a room, when we walk into any sort of event where there's other Greeks, we're the measuring stick. You have to come to our level. We don't have to go to yours, because we're constantly trying to be the role models, be the ones setting that bar. And I think we do that very strongly in our service as well. So I think those are two characteristics that we exemplify extremely, extremely well. Second question Brother Torres has is, who are the frat brothers you hate most and why? And he has a little parentheses here, it's detail, and why. He wants details on why. So let me first say, I do not hate any of my brothers. I love my brothers. My brothers are my family. I've routinely introduced brothers from out of town to my kids as their uncles. And my kids get why I say that, because Omega Delta Phi is my family. Like every family, though, you can love your family. There's going to be some brothers you get along with better. There's going to be some that you don't have any in common with. There's going to be some that maybe you clash with. But at the end of the day, you love your family. You love your brothers. And to me personally, if you don't feel that way, then you need to seriously reconsider why you're in this brotherhood, because this is a family. We're here for each other. There's an unconditional love and passion and respect that we should have for each other. And if you don't, you need to check yourself, because then you're not here for the right reasons. And that might be a hard truth or a hard pill for some people to swallow. That's how I feel. So when we talk about, so I don't hate my brothers, but there are brothers that make me feel like they put more challenges on us than help. And those are the brothers that talk it, who don't walk it. Those are the brothers who are always at the parties, never at the service. Those are the brothers who spend too much time being OD5 and not enough time being a scholar. Our organization is only going to be as strong and powerful as it should be as if we are consistently trying to strive for greatness. And there's striving for greatness in school, and yes, you can have the best chapter in the world, and yes, you can stroll the best, but when push comes to shove in the real world, if you don't use your educational benefits to your advantage and secure that high-paying job, secure that position of authority, secure that position where you're making an influence, making an impact. It doesn't even have to be measured in dollars. It can be measured in impact on people. If you're leading a nonprofit that's helping, 25,000 kids a year, you're making a difference. You're doing what OD5 taught you how to do. That's a great thing. The people who just call it in, and you'll see them always at anything that benefits them but doesn't benefit the brotherhood. Those are the ones that I get frustrated with, because I think it's very important that we consistently focus on trying to be great and not just being great at what we like. Not everything that's going to go on in your chapter, alumni or active, is going to be something that you like. But for the betterment of the organization, for the betterment of our product, which is OD5, sometimes you just have to do it. And that can be on a whole bunch of different ranges. It could be monetary donations, it could be paying your dues, it could be getting your service hours in, it could be studying, it could be watching how you behave in public and making sure that you're representing the brotherhood to the best possible way. These are all different scenarios. So I feel like in my biggest challenge with a certain type of brother is the one that, like I said before, they talk it, but they don't walk it. And those are the brothers that I think we have to be. Those one kind of brother we need to be focused on, to either say, look, either you're going to be part of the solution or you're just part of the problem. Because everyone loves to point out what's going wrong. Oh, this is horrible, that's horrible, why are they doing this, why are they doing that? But then when you try and get a solution out of them, they just sort of look at you and be like, well, that's not my problem to figure out. If you're part of this brotherhood, every problem that we have, every challenge that we face, it is your problem. It is your fight that you have to stand up and get behind. Because at the end of the day, we just want success, and we want educated brothers. We want role models, and we want to make sure that we're setting the standard for future generations. I mean, that's pretty much the big and small of it. So those are tonight's questions. I hope you enjoyed them. Again, if you have any questions about my campaign, my platform, if you'd like to see our upcoming event schedule, it is all on TonyP2015.com. I invite you to check it out. Check out the entire site. You can see about my platform, my resumes. We have a nice little photo gallery, some old school photos. You can see who my campaign team is, who, by the way, my campaign team rocks. I absolutely love the support they've been giving. I just want to give them a little shout out there. And, there's also a survey that you can take where we're collecting data to sort of scope some of the needs that some of the brothers feel. Our next episode is going to talk about, actually, I'm not sure what our next episode is going to be about, because I still have a lot of questions from the Facebook thread, so I'll take a look and see which one we're going to go with. But I thank you for your time. I appreciate you took the time to watch this video, and I hope to hear from you with any questions, comments, or concerns. Thank you. Have a great night.